Welcome back to the weekly news roundup. This is the business and the SillyVille edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let's go ahead and get diving on into the news. First, we talked the other day about the Oculus VR from Facebook is now forcing the Facebook ads into it. Well, there was one developer that was actually working on all that stuff. And they got the biggest backlash some companies ever had. They got beat with 50,000 wet noodles and said, all right, we're done. And so the one company that was actually working on the VR ads pulled out of the project. And they came down and talked about our mission at Resolution Games has always been to line our pockets with, not line their pockets with much cash, but to help work in move the whole VR industry forward. I got news, guys. Adding a bunch of ads in your VR crap is a step backwards, not a step forwards. Remember, these are paying customers you have here. So they've decided to pull ads out of that, but they did actually talk about they are going to be putting ads, experimenting with ads in a few freely distributed games. So this company does actually have some games that are free. And so throwing ads in free games, okay, I guess that's something that they can do. So anyway, if you are concerned about Facebook ads in VR, well, first, don't use an Oculus, guys. If you're like, I got to give all my data to Facebook so I can play with VR, you got deeper problems. But with that being said, there was enough pushback that at least it's been paused for now. Well, there's a proposed antitrust legislation that bans companies from making pre-installed apps unremovable. I somewhat support this, but there are some apps that they're kind of baked into the system. Maybe what the law would have to do, though, is to say you can't tie an app that deeply into the system. But that may or may not be hard because this is going back to the same argument Microsoft made with Internet Explorer back in the 2000s, in the 90s and 2000s. The way they got around it being an antitrust type thing is that Internet Explorer was literally part of the operating system. And a lot of these apps on these devices do the same thing. So forcing them to disintegrate those with the device itself, I deeply support that because frankly, we got too many crappy apps pre-installed on some of these things. Now, some of them I can understand, hate it, but okay, whatever. Others like Verizon Phone with their stupid NFL app. I care absolutely nothing for a bunch of guys in tight spandex throwing around a dead pig, okay? I don't care. If you like football, you enjoy yourself. I hate it. I think it's a waste of time. And the fact that Verizon throws some stupid NFL app on your phone that you can't delete pisses me off to no extreme. But hey, at least Lineage, I don't have the dead pig throwing app. This also contained in it, something else weird. I think it was something to do with Amazon as well. Let's see. Oh yeah. So for instance, this would also prevent Amazon subscription services, the Prime subscription services, from giving advantages over their own platform. So you had to give everybody a more equal playing field for what you could do. So there you have it, guys. There is the new bill for that. We'll see how that works. I'm kind of ambivalent on it. I'm not sure. Well, a hospital algorithm was designed to predict deadly diseases. It missed most cases. Computerized medicine should terrify you. Computerized medicine is stupid. We need to have doctors who are well-trained, well-educated, and listen to what the doctors say. Let's stop relying on computer tech and stop trying to have a computer algorithm replace the training and the instinct of an actual medical physician. So this study found many false alarms. Pretty much everybody that said you got the problem didn't. Pretty much everybody who had the problem, the AI is like, no. That makes me think if somebody fed the data in the wrong system. Oh, that was supposed to be the symptoms. Oh, well, just keep going. We'll have to restart it if we don't do anything. So anyway, and they were looking specifically like sepsis or something. But there you have it, guys. Opt out of any and every bit of scientific slash technological studies. Just rely on a good old-fashioned doctor who knows what he's doing. That's what we need to do. Unfortunately, they're becoming fewer and far between because of all this nonsense that we are starting to see. So Altice is an ISP that was delivering way too much upload speed. And so no ISP left behind. I think it was signed into office by Bush with the No Child Left Behind. They're like, whoa, you're moving too fast. Slow it down there, brother. Slow it down. So they're actually cutting the upload speeds from 35 Mbps to 5 Mbps, quote, to bring it in line with other ISPs. My cellular data connection on my cellular modem has 5 times the upload speed as my Comcast home internet. That is a problem, people. That is a problem. So there you have it, guys. There you have it. So let's see. Their online plans are advertised as having 35 Mbps, will be reduced to uploads of 5, 10, or 20, depending on the plan. They did not announce any immediate price changes for the plans. Oh, those are probably going up. Guys, we're charging way too little here. Look at this. Comcast is doubling people's internet every 3 years. We got to double the price of this crap. So there we have it, guys. Do they give us prices or not? They don't give us prices. Completely depends on your neighborhood. If you don't have anybody else serving high-speed internet, it's a whole lot more. You got competition? Oh, we're going to drop that down a little bit. That's why you have monopoly laws that aren't being followed. Well, we have a couple of Windows 11 updates. First, Windows 11 will require a Microsoft account and an internet connection at setup. So this caused a little bit of debate on the show yesterday. A lot of people were saying a lot of conflicting things. My original statement was from Microsoft. And indeed, this is Microsoft's official statement. The official statement from Microsoft is the Home Edition. We're not talking the Pro Edition. We're talking, or the Enterprise Edition. We're talking about the Home Edition. The Home Edition, according to Microsoft, requires an internet connection and a Microsoft account. Now, one group actually found a way around this. This is actually from Microsoft's description. If you switch a device out of Windows 11 Home in S mode, it also requires internet. So the S mode is the locked down one that cannot install the EXEs. It's only can install things from the Windows Store. To move it out of S mode requires an internet connection. And they're saying the reason for this is because of all the files you need to get. Well, this is a bugger if you have bandwidth caps, which a lot of people have right now, or slow internet. I mean, you might just have to set this thing up and then leave your computer for 4 or 5 days. Of course, it'll foul up at some point in time and you'll never be able to get the thing going. Now, that is what it is supposed to be, but there's a workaround. So NeoWin found this workaround for it. So kind of shows here is the screens. So here is, let's connect you to the network. And then this one over here, it's not connected. And you can kind of see what they have there. This is adding your account. You do not have any other options. This one over here, I believe, is the enterprise account. So the enterprise account or the pro account, you can use the offline account. If you're on home, you're locked into this. However, what they actually found is that if you just do the Alt F4, which closes a window, it will close that box and proceed to a very limited setup. So it's possible to set it up, but it's extremely limited setup. Maybe the limited setup is exactly what you need or want. It's certainly what I would want. I'm not creating a Microsoft account and tying it into my computer. Sorry. Pack it up, take it back to the store, say, give me a full refund. This computer's nonsense. Not creating a Microsoft account, unless you specifically told you that you needed it, that's the case. But they actually did find that little workaround, but technically, according to Microsoft, so the ability to F4 out of this screen, this is either a bug or just something they haven't announced. So whatever that would happen to be. So I was right on that part. They are trying to force you into a Microsoft account. They are trying to force you online. So your basic average computer user does not realize you can Alt F4 out of there. And so that is in and of itself a thing. Well, if you want to help support the channel, we do have affiliates. Today we are highlighting Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm. With Mint Mobile, for $15 a month, you can get excellent internet. I've been using it now for, I think I've been on it for 18 or 19 months. I've had no issues. It does use the T-Mobile towers, so make sure T-Mobile works in your area. And the reason it is so cheap is that you buy it in a few months at a time. So what I tend to do, since I don't use a lot of data, I just use the 4 gig plan, which is going to cost $15 a month. So it's $45 if you buy 3 months of it. But if you actually view the details, you can actually get it even a little bit cheaper than that. If you buy a whole year at a time, I can't remember exactly where the price is to do that. But that's actually what I did the last time. I think I paid $160, for an entire year. In March, I paid for my entire phone bill for this year. I will not see any more phone bills until March of next year. Now, if I want to have more data than the 4 gigs, I can go in there and I can buy more data. I think it's like an extra gig or 10 gigs or something for $10. I forget exactly what it is. So definitely have a look at that. Way better price than I was paying when I had my phone at Verizon. So with that, Mint Mobile, tlm.li/mm. And let's head on over to SillyVille. So first up in SillyVille, the Apple executives say that sideloading actually eliminates choice. What am I, a 0 IQ moron? Yeah, having the ability to load an app from a choice I deem necessary is limiting my choice. I think I have more choice if I actually am able to sideload an app. Like, sideloading, here's the quote at the bottom of the article. Sideloading in this case is actually eliminating choice. Users who want that direct access to applications without any kind of review have sideloading today on other platforms. The iOS platform is one where users understand they can't be tricked or duped into some dark alley or side road where they're going to end up on a sideloaded app, even if they didn't intend to. What am I, a baby that you have to be my mommy and my daddy and tell me what I can install on my phone that I paid an exorbitant amount of money to enrich you as you're profiting by using third world children to produce your products? Apple is a garbage company. We can't allow side loading, that it removes your choice. Nothing in this guy said makes any sense. Okay? I think that the people who audit F-Droid software do a better job than Google does at auditing Google software in the Play Store. I know some of those people. They're really good at it. I would trust an F-Droid app over a Google Play app any day. I want to be able to grab it and install it on my device. Apple's like, that eliminates choice. You install something from a back alley that hasn't been investigated. Here's the other fun application. You know that a lot of Edge corporation type things, the reason they use so many Androids is a lot of these weird and obscure devices used in weird and obscure places actually have apps that are built that you can't get on the Play Store, so you download it and sideload it onto your device directly from the manufacturer. There are good reasons. This is weird. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. It's all backwards speak. It's we're gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you what to think, you pleb. Well, in electric Popemobiles is Fisker's latest leap of faith. Chances are this is fake. This guy here at Fisker, I've looking into a lot of this stuff. This guy really reminds me of some of the fraudsters you watch on Unsolved Mysteries trying to find the financial guys. This guy has a long list of claiming and saying things. Revolutionary solid state battery, manufacturing partnership with Volkswagen. Neither one of those were actually true. He was not on the official meeting list with the Pope. He shook his hand and talked to him for 5 seconds at a meeting at one point in time. And then he announced the next day that they had struck a deal with the Vatican to make the EV Pope Mobile. And Vatican is silent. However, Vatican is always silent on the dealings that they have with the people who make their cars. Who is this? The Verge reached out to several other car manufacturers that have legitimately built the Pope Mobiles in the past, and none of them will comment back because the Vatican squares them into secrecy in order to do that. And so chances are, though, that this shady fly-by-night company that has lied about everything else, this is probably not true, but it did make for a hilarious SillyVille article. But we'll see what happens. And finally, Jeff Bezos is planning to launch himself into space next month, and there's already a petition of 100,000 signatures requesting that he not be allowed back to Earth. Hey, Lex Luthor, go build the moon base. Enjoy yourself. Take your billions, get off our planet. So obviously this doesn't really mean anything other than being hilarious. There were a few other petitions out there as well. Some of them were saying not to let him back in. I think other ones saying he should take all of the billionaires with him and go colonize Mars or something, all by them lonesomes. So, you know, these are kind of things. This is a big publicity stunt, of course, but that's kind of that. So, yeah, Bezos, if people had their way, Bezos would be exiled into space. Fortunately, I guess, fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, I don't know. The petitions don't actually mean anything. So with petitions not meaning anything, Bezos will come back. But anyway, people want him to be exiled to space. Anyway, well, you can help support the channel over on Patreon, patreon.com/TOMM. If you would like to help support the channel, that is a great way to help do it. It supports all of my different endeavors. With that, guys, thanks for watching and hope that you enjoy switching to Linux. Thank you for watching this video from Switched to Linux. This channel would not be possible without the backing of the program supporters scrolling on the screen now. You can be a supporter at Patreon at patreon.com/TOMM or at thinklifemedia.com. I also want to thank the open source community who creates such excellent software that makes producing this show possible. Please remember to support your software communities. Thank you, and I hope that you enjoy switching to Linux.